And now that we're done with the gaming news from our good friend Josh, let's move on to the Emmy nominations.
Ooh.
Big Emmy nominations. Of course,
It
the
is.
Emmys isn't for like a few months still. I think it's like early in the year normally.
I think so. It's still a while off.
So this isn't for like the Bear Season 3. This is the Bear Season 2 stuff.
Yes.
So that's like the period of time we're looking at here.
Yeah.
So, I'm only going to talk about stuff that's relevant to stuff we've spoken about in the podcast. And then we'll go through them. So, Fallout got a few nominations.
Yep.
It got a few nominations in other categories as well, but these are the main categories that get spoken about the most.
Yeah.
So it got nominated for Best Drama Series.
Okay.
It got nominated for Best Drama Writing in an Episode for The End.
Okay.
And it got and there was a nomination for Best Lead Actor in a Drama for Walter Goggins.
Okay.
I think Ella Perel, who played the Vault Girl, I forget her name.
Yeah, I forget her name as well.
Might have got a bit of a snub here, but I didn't watch many of the other shows. I don't know if it was like a really strong year for the actresses in leads.
I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, also, Walter Goggins had to go through all the
makeup
and stuff as well, which is like a respected thing.
Yeah, and he did.
Oh yeah, he did a great
The Bear absolutely cleaned up nominations.
Yes, it did.
Once again, there are other things it was nominated for. I think it finished like 23 nominations in total or something crazy. This is only like 14 of their nominations, but these are all in what are considered the major categories as well, which is a really high percentage.
Yeah.
So Best Comedy Series.
Yeah.
Best Directing, it got 2 nominations. So these are individual episodes, so it got 2 nominations here. It got nominated for Fishes, which is Kristen Storer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Honeydew, which was Rami Youssef.
I don't know which one. Oh, is Honeydew the one where Marcus goes to Denmark?
Honeydew? Yes.
That, understandable. Great episode.
Then it got nominated once in the writing category. Again, for Fishes.
Fishes, yeah.
Which is Christopher Storer and Joanne Callow.
Great episode.
Lead actor in a comedy series when Jeremy Allen White's been nominated.
Understandable.
Lead actress in a comedy series, Are-You Edinburgh? I think I've mispronounced that. I do apologise. Has also been nominated once again. Phenomenal. Supporting actor in a comedy, 2 nominations again. One for Lionel Boyce and one for Ebon Moss-Bacharach.
Yeah.
Supporting actress in a comedy, 1 nomination for Liza Colon-Zayas. Then we've got guest actor in a comedy, 3 nominations.
Okay.
John Bernthal, Bob Odenkirk, and Will Poulter.
Yeah.
And then guest actresses in a comedy, Olivia Colman and Jamie Lee Curtis. And all of these nominations make Fishes one of the most nominated episodes in Emmy history.
That does not surprise me because that episode was stacked with people.
The directing nomination, the writing nomination, and then 1, 2, 3 of the guest nominations are in that, as well as all of the main characters being in that.
Yeah. I mean, basically the whole cast has been nominated at this point.
Yes. I'm going to show my bias a little bit here. Olivia Colman should win the guest actress in a comedy series. I would always show for her.
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter's got a good shout.
Obviously, I don't know who else is in that one from other series, but like, out of those ones from The Bear, I think Will Poulter's episode. Don't get me wrong, John Bernthal was great.
I think Bob Odenkirk's got a really good shout.
True, he is also like
he was a huge part of the Fishes episode, which is going to clean up awards.
Honestly, it's like wild how much this show's got awarded.
X-Men 97 got a nomination. Best animated program for the episode Remember It. Okay. Which is, of course, the episode on Krakoa where everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
Invincible got its first Emmy nomination.
Oh.
For character voiceover for Sterling K. Brown as Angstrom Levy.
Okay.
Which I think is a solid nomination. He did absolutely fry. And then also not in the major categories, and I say major because they're the ones that are easily found by people writing articles. I had to go to the Emmy website to find the rest of these.
Right.
So Ahsoka received 5 nominations.
Yeah, I saw
costume, hair, prosthetics, sound, and VFX. And Loki received 3 nominations: costume, sound, and VFX.
I mean,
Marvel and Disney products are always competing in these categories.
Yeah.
It's not a massive shock. The big talking point was Game Changer robbed of a nomination in the game show category.
Now, for those that may be listening and don't have a clue what Game Changer is, because there are plenty of people that probably don't, you may know of College Humor on YouTube. You may know that they
rebranded College Humor.
Former College Humor. You may know that they rebranded as Dropout and they have their own streaming service called Dropout. One of the most value for money streaming services I think we can both agree on. Their shows,
me and my partner spent the 45 quid on it for a year. We've had it not even 2 months, and we're both like, this is some of the best money we've spent.
It's everything they produce is great. I highly recommend it. One of their shows is Game Changers. It's like a game show. Every episode is a different premise. Hilarious, some incredible like concepts and different games, like some really great moments. And for a game show, hell yeah, that should have been nominated. Like, I'm pretty sure all of them are part of like the SAG-AFTRA. Like, it's a well-established production company. Like,
so would you like to hear what the 5 nominations for Outstanding Game Show were?
Go on.
Celebrity Family Feud, Jeopardy, Password, The Price is Right, and Wheel of Fortune. Now, call me crazy, all of these shows only have one premise.
Do you know what's also funny? Pretty sure Game Changers has done very similar in different episodes for a lot of those.
Here's the thing. Am I surprised they didn't get nominated? No. Because modern media always hates new media, whatever form that ends up being. Just like radio hated CDs for a long time and so on and so forth. But if there is going to be an online medium that is not owned by one of the big companies that manages to break down that barrier, Dropout's got the best chance right now.
Oh yeah, I think unfortunately for the terms of the Emmys, like Dropout is still relatively small. Like it's easy. I've been watching Dropout stuff since like during like maybe end slope of COVID. It's kind of when I discovered it and started watching stuff. It's easy to forget, and even I forget. Literally up until like the end of COVID, stuff on Dropout was still getting released on YouTube just later. So like the concept of this platform was still very new, and it's only in the past 2 or 3, like couple of years really, that it's kind of had its like spike. It's relatively new. Another year or 2, I think we start to see it get up there for the game shows. Maybe now that they're starting to release specials, you never know, maybe one of their specials does really well and ends up there. I think they will get their spotlight eventually. I think it's just we'll need a little time.
Should we start putting on our own award show? Well, it'll start small, and then when people watch it and hate it so much because it's just us two making the decisions, we'll then have enough resources to get people to come in and help us make the decisions. But we will still, if someone just wants to give it something that we don't like, just go, no. And I'll tell you right now, The Bear will not be competing in comedy.
Just world's best is the category.
Yes. We will have categories that make sense.
Something that I personally feel maybe should have got something for animated is Vox Machina's series. I don't know if they maybe are outside the range, because I don't think they had... No, they had a season last year.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on there.
I suppose it depends on when like the cut-offs for things are and how old something can be. But like
Yeah,
Vox
I don't
Machina is
know.
like a great animated thing. And the fact that Invincible's up there, like they're obviously paying attention to stuff from Prime, so it's like
Yeah. Let me pull up the list quickly and make sure that I didn't miss that, because it is possible.
at least for like
Vox-
voiceover or voice acting category.
No, nothing. Let me see. Let me just search Amazon and I'll see all their nominations.
Something I don't know if you have the answer on the top of your head. Is there a
Sorry, the fantasy and sci-fi costumes, so they wouldn't be competing in that.
No.
Directing for a comedy, limited or anthology. There was nothing animated in that. Let me just search animated and see what else it was competing up against. Because we might see what else it was competing with and go, you know what, that's fair enough. So Blue Eye Samurai.
That's
Bob's
meant to be really good.
Burgers.
That people love that.
Bob's Burgers is always winning, yeah. Scavenger's Reign, I don't know too much about. Oh, it's a HBO Max thing. And these are individual episodes as well.
Scavenger's Reign, I've heard very good things about.
The Simpsons, and then X-Men 97, Remember It. And that's like the only animated first award. Okay. Is there any voice acting ones? There's no awards for voice acting.
What about the character voiceover from Invincible?
Oh yeah.
So there must be some sort. Maybe it's just called character voiceover instead of voice acting.
Yeah, one sec.
But the Blue Samurai, or whatever, and the Scavenger's Reign are two animated things I've heard good things about, so that makes sense that they're on there.
So these are also an actor in an episode.
Oh, okay.
So it's outstanding character voiceover performance. So you got The Simpsons, for Cremains of the Day, Hank as Mo, Family Guy, Teacher's Heavy Pet for the actress who plays Lois, Alex Bornstein, Sterling K. Brown in I Thought You Were Stronger, Invincible, which that nomination makes even more sense when it's episode specific.
Right.
You've got one for Big Mouth, and then Cropopolis, which is for Hannah Waddington. I love Hannah Waddington, so I'm never going to say that she doesn't deserve a nomination. So yeah, I like, bearing in mind a lot of the animated ones seem to be focused on episodes. I see how Vox Machina might have fallen through the cracks.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
There isn't a stunt category yet, is there?
Not for the Emmys, I don't believe, no.
Should be. Especially for things like Ahsoka and stuff, where there's some great choreography.
Absolutely. But yeah, that is it from the Emmys nominations. Yeah. Let us know who you thought got snubbed. And Sam Reich, if you're watching this, we would love to come and do an episode of Game Changers.
Oh, please. Please.
I saw someone say eventually they're going to win an Emmy. Sam Reich is going to go up there and go, "Hi, we've been here the whole time."
Yeah. I'm Sam Reich, and I've been here the whole time.
Yeah,
you just didn't pay attention to us.
Yeah, which made me laugh really hard when I saw that.
Yeah, that's really good.
I made that joke on Twitter.